Hello, this is Edwin Dearborn, another edition of caffeinated content where we talk about great business ideas over a hot cup of coffee. My name is Edwin Dearborn. I'm the author of Power Branding Secrets, and today I want to talk to you about how to handle important challenges within your business, also known as those problems that just won't go away. Now, look, we live on our crazy planet, and you're always going to have some element of problems. That's just part of life. Without problems, you'd be bored. But for you to expand in business, you've got to solve important problems so that they're not taking away your profitability or your fun or your efficiency. So how do we do that? Well, number one is you have to identify the source of the problem. And this may sound easy, but in actual fact, most people don't find the sources of their problem. What they do is they blame, they look to why they have the problem. Oh, we have bad customers, or he's stupid, or whatever, but they don't actually identify the actual cause of the problem. So you may have to handle the problem immediately, but the question is, how do we actually find the source of the problem? And that may take a lot of analysis, surveys, questions, asking your team members, asking your clients, and really identifying, look, this is what's causing the problem. Once you have the cause of the problem, now it's a matter of identifying what would be the processes, what would be the procedures that, if put in place, would resolve that. And that's usually a sequence of actions. It usually it's not just a cause is handled by doing one thing. It's typically a series of things. We need to do this, and then this has to be verified, and then this has to be okayed, and then this person has to do this. Traditionally, there's a series of actions, and that's what organization really is about, is how to lay out the systems that would bring about the solution versus constantly having the problem at hand. Once you identify what that system is, and it may take several reiterations, honestly. It may be something you put out, what is referred to as an MVP, a minimal viable product, or your initial iteration, and over time it may be days, weeks, even years before you perfect that process. I'm here at McDonald's. They're all about processes, and they know that if they want a certain amount of food to come out at a certain level of their quality, whether you like that quality or not, they have to follow certain procedures. And then number three, you've got to write down those procedures into hats and checklists and policies, and you've got to distribute those and actually refer to them and groove them in over and over and over. Because if people don't know what the policies are, if they're not trained in the procedures, then that problem will continue to happen. So, and by the way, if you find any of my videos valuable or you like them, give them a thumbs up or a wow face. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of my videos. It's very important to me. I'd love to see your feedback on all the editions that I do on caffeinated content. Well, back to what I was talking about. So we really have a series of actions here, which is number one, as a leader or as a manager, your job is to help identify where these problems are coming from. Number two, identify the processes, procedures, and policies that would address them. And then number three, writing them down and actually grooving them in. And sometimes these processes involve adding technologies. It may be management software. It may be learning how to do certain types of technologies, where putting in those policies may involve a large amount of education, team training, team drilling, in terms of how to solve that problem. So sometimes problems are simple and it can be resolved with a simple policy and a simple procedure, and then sometimes problems are huge and it requires an extreme amount of organization, an extreme amount of coordination and implementation of procedures. But regardless of the size of the problem, that sequence will do you well. Now, why do I talk about this? Because one of the major problems that I run into that people don't have a procedure for is, how do I get more business? I need more business. How do I get more clients? How do I get more customers? And I go, can I see your procedures? Can I see your policies? Can I see your checklists of what you do every time you don't have enough customers? And they don't have those in place. They don't have those procedures figured out. So the problem here would be lack of customers. Well, what's causing the problem? Do you have enough outflow? Do you have good salespeople? Are you present on social media? Do you leverage your email database? Are you empowering your referral sources? Are you co-branding with other powerful entities? We start to identify what are the things that we could do to actually solve the problem. And then once we identify what's causing the problem, okay, what do we have in place? Do we have to train people on sales? Do we have to put in certain processes? Do we have to hire companies that will get in our marketing for us on a routine basis, right? You see, if these things are put in place, and this is what I commonly find, is that there is no checklist, there is no policy, there is no procedure, they just don't have anything in place, and it is constant cope and just struggling to survive because they don't have these in place. All right, well, I love working with small businesses and entrepreneurs, particularly financial professionals, doctors, dentists, chiropractors, small business owners. If you'd like my assistance, leave a comment below or reach out to me. You can go to my website, edwindearborn.com or premierleadsystems.com. The contact page is there. You can reach out to me. You can also reach out to me on LinkedIn, Twitter, and all those other social media outlets. And I would love to be able to help you put in the policies and procedures so that you don't have a lot of problems. You've got a lot of new customers. Okay, make it a great day. Bye-bye.